My name is Thomas Huddleston, and I am one of the co-authors of the Immigrant Citizens Survey.
So Thomas, could you tell us about the survey?
Yeah, certainly. The Migration Policy Group and the King Baldwin Foundation wanted to ask immigrants about their needs and their experiences of integration and integration policies. We found that immigrants are often really an untapped resource in improving policies. We have public opinion surveys where the general public is asked what they think immigrants are or should do, but we don't actually go to immigrants and ask about what they are doing and what they think policies are or could be doing in order to help the integration process. So we asked 7,500 immigrants in 7 EU countries, in 15 EU cities, questions about their experience of employment, languages, civic and political participation, family unification, long-term residence, and citizenship.
And what did you find were the most important findings from the survey?
Well, in the areas like family unification, long-term residence, and citizenship, we see that legal integration can really make a difference. Most of the immigrants that we surveyed want to or are long-term residents or citizens. So they see that citizenship and long-term residents are part of their integration path. The few who don't want that generally are happy with the status that they have or don't think that they're going to settle. There are some major problems. Immigrants often feel that they are not treated with proper respect by authorities in countries like France and Portugal. Documents are often a problem in terms of, well, in areas like family unification, long-term residence, and citizenship, we see that legal integration can make a difference. Most immigrants are or want to be citizens or long-term residents. They see that long-term residence and citizenship is an important part of integration. The few who don't think that they want to settle in the country, or there might also be some policy obstacles that are discouraging them. For example, we see that many in France are discouraged by how hard the citizenship application procedure is. And many in Germany don't want to be citizens because they would have to give up their original citizenship of their country of origin. We also see that immigrants regularly report some problems in the procedures. They don't feel like they are treated correctly by authorities in countries like France, Italy, and Portugal. Documents are often a problem to obtain in countries like Belgium and Germany. And I already mentioned the problem of dual nationality requirements in Germany. But for those who do apply, for the few families that want to reunite, and for the many who want long-term residence or citizenship, they see that these statuses help promote their societal integration. They often get more settled, they get better jobs, and sometimes they also get more involved in their communities and get more education. In the other areas of wider societal integration, we see that there are really high interests, but there are many problems, and there are many policies that are involved in promoting integration. So we see that immigrants are often very interested to participate. They want to get more training, they want to vote, they often speak more than one language, but they also have some personal challenges with participation. Sometimes it's limited language skills, sometimes they don't have enough time to study, or they have more challenges balancing work and family life than the average person in the country. Immigrants also face structural problems that exist in society and report problems like only finding temporary jobs or getting no legal contract or seeing that the public is generally has a limited interest in diversity. But we did see that in this broad area of societal integration, there is some opportunity for policies. We saw that language or integration courses were often very valued for learning the language and getting more involved. We also saw that procedures for the recognition of qualifications could be used more, and we see that there is a need for political participation policies to get immigrants into mainstream organizations.
Thanks, Thomas. So from your research conducted across these 15 different cities, where do you think the next policy push should be?
Well, I think that the Immigrant Citizenship Survey should be used by authorities and practitioners in those countries to identify the problems, because from the survey we see a lot of the problems are local and sometimes national. The problem might be that the policy needs to change. Other times it might be that the implementation needs to change. Other times it might be that immigrants' awareness or employers or the public's awareness of a policy needs to be increased. But we see that there's a wealth of data in this survey to help practitioners to change policies and better inform them for the future.